Okay, so you have a channel, No Porn Revolution, right?
Yes, yes. It's my
Yeah, yeah.
channel.
So, how many days are you now?
Like, I did 2 years, 100%, but then I had
Yeah,
a vasectomy, and then I had
yeah,
to fap a little bit. So now
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on 22 days. 22 days.
Okay.
No fat
I'm
streak.
I'm on day like 16 now.
16.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then now we start over again.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What?
it's now, yeah, but still going strong.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I'm doing like challenges. So I'm doing like now 30-day challenge.
Yeah,
And after that, I'll do like 60-day challenge,
yeah.
and after that, I'll do like 100-day challenge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you just
Like,
add them up.
so it's not like just like 100 days at once because it's like unattainable for people.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
want to smaller challenges so people can relate, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
doing
for
like
sure.
different tips.
Yeah.
So what tips do you recommend? Like cold showers?
Yeah, cold showers in the morning will help you to get in the mindset of like that you can achieve something.
Yeah,
When you do a cold showers, you don't want to do it, but you do it and you overcome it. So
yeah, yeah.
that empowers you to keep on with no fap.
Yeah, but here in Thailand, the cold shower is not really cold, so you have to put like some ice bag or something.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but you can do like any challenge would be good. Any other challenge also can be
Yeah,
helpful.
and I also found out that like if you do no fab, like you're getting better with other things like eating healthier, improving yourself in sport, getting
Yeah,
more motivated to work on yourself in other
yeah,
areas of your
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
like, because when you know fapping, you are not procrastinating your life. You are
yeah,
doing the things that actually keep you forward. You are not just getting that quick release of good hormones and feel good and just do it because it
yeah,
doesn't give any happiness long term.
yeah, and everything seems so much more interesting, right? Because
Yeah,
you're not like focusing so much on that one thing, on that one dopamine release, and that makes you feel so good, but you have like other things that are more interesting.
yeah, yeah. That's so true. That's so true. So do you have one tip for like a beginner?
Yeah, like I said in my videos, like you cannot just the number one reason why people fail is because they feel bored, or
Yeah,
it's called like the addiction cycle. So I'm like researching on different scientific papers now.
yeah, yeah,
And, no, yourbrainonporn.com.
yeah.
Yeah, the website. So they have like different scientific papers,
Aha,
and
okay.
and it says like the addiction cycle. So basically, it starts with the reward. So each time you like fab to porn or something,
Yeah,
then the dopamine is released really high, and
yeah.
and that's like makes you like addicted to it. And each
Mm.
time you go off of it, like it's called like a withdrawal,
Yeah, withdrawal.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and that's associated with like negative feelings like
Mm.
depression, anxiety, fear. So
Yeah.
the dopamine pathway is connected to I think it's called prefrontal cortex,
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, that's true.
and that's also like associated with like compulsive behavior.
Mm.
So you can't really like control your addiction after.
Ah.
If your dopamine pathway is like over and over again,
Yeah.
like the compulsive behavior is just like there, like
Yeah.
always go to the,
Yeah. And
when
you
you
are
feel like depressed, you always go to porn.
yeah, and you are writing a book about this?
Yeah, yeah, but it's really complicated because the
Yeah.
language is like really scientific, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to put it like more understandable words.
Yeah, so people can get the value of benefit
Yeah,
easily.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you got the withdrawal
Mm.
stage,
Mm.
and then so most people fail there.
Mm.
Yeah, and then there's cravings. So like people have like the urges,
Yeah.
and that's also hard to overcome. But people are mostly like bored, they have nothing. They're mostly like working in a like 9 to 5 job which they hate,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, like they don't know like what else to do. They don't have like no real interest, no real life
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
and they just keep the addiction cycle over and over. And it goes to other addictions like alcoholism, junk food, television, shopping. It's not just porn.
Yeah, it's true. I can really identify myself with that.
Yeah.
Like I totally used porn for like
Hmm.
entertainment, and it was really hard the first like month when I went off it. I could really
Yeah.
feel that urge to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like as soon as I like stopped doing anything, I felt like, oh shit, I gotta watch porn, or I gotta masturbate.
Yeah, because at the beginning it's the hardest because your brain's got that learned behavior, that
Yeah.
mechanism. Oh, each time I'm depressed, each time I'm feeling anxiety
Mm.
or like aggression or something like
Yeah.
stress. Yeah, like each time you go to watch porn,
Yeah.
and just have to unlearn the behavior and like say like, okay, each time I feel angry, I'll take a cold shower, or
Yeah. Yeah.
go out for a run, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's a more empowering action to take
Yeah.
because it actually makes you stronger long term.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But not many people can do it. Many people would rather, because they have no like they have a choice. Like they can always quit a job, but they feel
Yeah.
more comfortable staying in the job and staying addicted to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Which will destroy them in the long run, but they
Yeah.
don't see it now.
Yeah. That's true.
And also another thing is that the addiction escalates. So you don't just get we're addicted to novelty. So each time
Mm.
we want to see like different women or different stuff, and
Yeah.
the addiction escalates, so it gets
Yeah.
like to like weird stuff and like so for example you watch something and
Yeah.
it's called like dopamine no, it's called a reward threshold, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So your brain kind of gets used to the dopamine release, and you need the higher reward
Yeah. Yeah.
to achieve the same result, to achieve the
Mm.
same threshold, to
Yeah.
achieve the satisfaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you need to watch like the more hardcore porn, things
Yeah.
like that.
I can totally identify myself with that. Sometimes I would click on porn, and it would
Yeah,
go up in my browser, and I
yeah,
would and I would just like watch it like for 1 second, then I would click something new, like click click
yeah,
click click. I would rarely watch a full movie of porn, like rarely.
yeah, yeah. It's you just wanna like see new things,
Yeah,
like you watch like 10 different clips in like
yeah,
just like 5 minutes.
yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy, crazy, and there's so much out there, so
Yeah,
much porn.
shit, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big business as
big
well.
big business. Yes, crazy. So if someone is watching now and they have like a 9 to 5 work and they feel that they're addicted to porn, what's the first thing they can do?
Well, first thing is just like to find like their time after work and not just go to porn. Like get outside in nature as much as they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Let's recommend like get outdoors as much as they can in
yeah,
nature and do some activity like hiking.
yeah,
And if I recommend like people take like 1 week holiday from their work and
yeah,
they just go like off grid, like you like living in a
yeah,
tent,
yeah,
like going for multiple hiking days or like a road cycling trip,
yeah. That's
yeah,
true.
like with camping and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that will really like break the habits, and form
Like no,
new ones.
they wanna like go off internet for like at least 1 week,
Yes, yes,
and then it happens after.
yes. There's so much ads and banners all over, and if you see like a half-naked woman, like when you're surfing for something, that's gonna trigger
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dopamine releases.
They wanna stay off of totally,
Yeah.
like I just put like one video of like Sanya was there,
Mm.
like we were recording some video,
Mm.
and somebody commented like it triggered them, like
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Oh, sorry, like like I don't understand it at this stage because it wouldn't trigger me because I'm already past that point where it would
yeah,
trigger me.
yeah,
I understand before it could cause that. Yeah, and I wanted to
yeah.
say like
Mm.
um with eating healthier as well, so people just focus on like no fat, but you wanna keep like like NoFap will like I got to NoFap with like eating healthier,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and somebody will get to eating healthier by doing NoFap, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean,
Because you want yourself in all areas of your life. So if you start with one, if
yeah,
somebody is gonna become a healthy vegan,
yeah,
they'll start improving themselves with other areas of their life as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like nutrition is so important because then you got more energy to take care of those other things in
Yeah,
life that are behind.
yeah, yeah. You wanna make all your links really strong, you know.
Yeah,
You will become like internally strong. Yeah.
of course, of course. Yeah, it's really hard in the beginning, but when you start off, like to take the first step,
Yeah.
that's really the hardest. But you gotta like it's good to have like why you are doing it. It's good to have like
Yeah,
written somewhere. Why am I
yeah.
doing NoFap or like
That's I wanted to say like that's the first decision that people have to make.
mm,
Like if you really shit and they want to go off of porn, you know,
yeah,
and they do it like yeah I'm gonna off of porn, like they read on Reddit or somewhere that
yeah,
like
yeah,
no good,
yeah,
and they go off, and like after 5 days they kind of forget about their goal and they forget about how bad they felt,
yeah, yeah,
and they already like have these like sexual thoughts in their mind,
mm-hmm,
and like the cravings, the urges,
yeah,
and and then they start like edging whatever, you know.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I was like before. Like I remember, I didn't really have that like conviction, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
be like, yeah, I'm on no fap,
mm,
but I just like as long as I don't come, it's okay. And then I used to like watch porn and
mm,
fap and until I edge, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Then you
so
go
bad.
back. Yeah,
Eventually, you fail anyway, so
mm,
it's like a downward spiral, you know. It's just a matter of time before you fail on that.
yeah, yeah. Of course. And many people also when they relapse, they feel
Hmm.
bad about themselves. So
Yeah, yeah.
they're like, okay, what the fuck? I'm just gonna fap tomorrow. Like they go on
Yeah,
a killing spree on fapping.
yeah. Yeah, and then once you fail, you're like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna fab like 10
Yeah,
times in a row or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. But you gotta take positive action when you fail. Okay, I failed. That's okay. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
go stronger now.
yeah.
So that's
But not
important.
many people do it, you see.
Mm.
And yeah, that's why the challenges are like many people are not even counting the days, but I think it's important from the beginning to count each day.
Yeah,
Like even like day one, you have to count like and just write down like what I learned today, and
yeah.
like tips like, oh, I learned that I should take cold showers. I
Mm.
learned that I should do outdoor activity.
Yeah,
I learned that I should stay off of like internet, or I should be on internet when other people are around, things like that,
yeah,
not by
yeah,
myself, you know.
yeah,
And then right like, oh, second day I learned this, like step by step.
yeah,
So don't not make them feel like, oh, I'm just on day three, I'm gonna fap now. Like
yeah,
just
yeah,
just to feel like the each day is like a great progress.
yeah, yeah. And it gets easier and easier. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like after 90 days, you are barely thinking about it.
yeah, yeah,
It's gone. The addiction is gone.
yeah. It's automatic.
Yeah.
And practicing like no fap in a relationship. So I found that
Mm.
it's even easier when you're in a relationship, especially if your partner is into it as well,
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
you're supporting each other.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Like so for example, you were practicing the careza, which is
Yeah.
like no orgasm sex,
Yeah.
and I found that like you have like more connection with your partner, and
Mm.
it's not just about like penetration and
Mm.
hardcore sex. It's like more about like connection and
Yeah,
yeah.
the deep connection together with that person. Yeah, not the shallow, just the sex. Doing a doggy style, not looking each other in the eyes or whatever.
Yeah, and you can do different positions and stuff, but
Mm.
it just the foreplay has to be like the main part.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
and then like if you coming each time, like that makes you like not interested in your partner, because that's how nature works. Like if you come, like you're like you're not interested in that person anymore, because that's how nature works. You just want to like come and like not be interested in sex, and like over time you don't want that person anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's attractive, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. But do that change when you have a vasectomy, because you're like shooting blind? Nah.
Do not, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like when you have vasectomy is different. Like you have to. So you had the test for vasectomy already, or?
Yeah, my last vasectomy test, I still had sperm, but I didn't have any motile sperm. So they, like, in theory, they cannot make a woman pregnant.
Okay, but you still have to wait, right?
I have to wait. Yeah, yeah, like at least 1 month. The doctor said, at least 1 month, because after 3 months, all
Yeah.
sperms are dead. They
Do you
only
do
live
you,
after 3 months.
do you still have to go back to Thailand for testing, or?
No, no. I did the testing in Nepal, and it was really really convenient. There's good doctors there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, you can do in Australia also.
yeah, I can do in Australia too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's
it's
good, yeah.
good. Okay, yeah. So like you've been on 16 days now.
Yeah,
16,
just
yeah.
16, but like I'm gonna make like daily vlogs and stuff,
Yeah,
and until like day 30, and then I'll start a 60-day challenge.
yeah. That's good. Let's do it together, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it together. Yeah.
You're 21 now?
Huh? 22.
Or 22?
22. Yeah, yeah. And we can have this, like, we can have a weekly recap of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it went the week.
Yeah, like weekly webinars, and I'll upload it on my channel and on yours as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the main channel, the High Carb Vegan Adventure, just on the
Mm-hmm.
NoFap channel.
On the
Yeah.
NoFap. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we keep it to
Yeah.
the people that really like to hear
Yeah,
about this
that's
stuff.
good, man. Yeah. Like maybe each Sunday morning, or what time is good for you? I don't know.
This time is perfect for me.
Okay, yeah,
Sunday
because
is good.
there's so much more to talk about. Like, I'm gathering more information from those like scientific papers,
Yeah.
and like it really talks about like the brain chemistry.
Yeah.
And also the genetics. Like they say, like some people have like predisposition to like it's called like dopamine
Aha. Mhm.
like they produce too much dopamine,
Mhm.
don't have enough dopamine receptors,
Yeah, yeah.
so that way they produce enough too much dopamine, and
Okay, yeah.
they're more susceptible to like compulsive behaviors and addictions, right?
Okay.
Because and that's I think they estimated it about 33% of US population has it.
Okay, yeah.
They're already born with the addiction,
Yeah.
So, so kind of, anybody but I think everybody has kind of some level of addiction, like even
Yeah.
those people like somebody has like even to internet.
Yeah,
It's like
internet.
not, it's not as porn, but it's still like kind of addiction. It's like a
Yeah.
lower end,
Yeah. Yeah,
or
like a behavioral pattern that is not empowering the person.
okay. So thanks, man, for the interview.
Yeah, man, thanks. We're gonna do this every Sunday.
Yeah,
Um,
every weekly NoFap webinars.
yeah, weekly. Yeah, just talking about it, and you have some awesome science that's gonna be so interesting to hear about.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
also, man.
yeah, and you guys out there, like, stay in the challenge. We are doing the challenge, so stay there in the challenge with
Yeah,
us.
yeah, and guys, don't feel like you just, starting. I'm just on day 16. I'm not like a superhero, and Robin is not superhero either. We're just
Yeah,
like, I'm doing this for like 3 years now, on and off. So, but I'm still learning myself as well.
yeah,
So we just share the knowledge that we have with
yeah,
you, and so we can all progress and learn from each other.
yeah. It's good. So Yeah, stay strong. See you next Sunday.
See you guys.
See ya.
Stay strong.